came around back to him, and he had the shot in the bottom of the 10th. And as Jesse so accurately described there, he wasted no time. First pitch, ball game over. And Padres get a win that for some reason, Tony, I had a feeling Craig Stammen wanted more than most other games. Otherwise, why would he pitch Mason Miller a second inning? And it paid off. It absolutely paid off. So, got a little something going again.
I think the play that you have highlighted over the first 2 days of this week led to his decision to use Mason 2 innings. And what I mean by that is Mason hasn't thrown the baseball because he hasn't had the opportunities to throw. So he had the length to be able to use them for 2 innings. That, not to forget, he only had 11 pitches the night before. So he was as rested as he could be. And I thought the best move all night long was Craig Stammen going to get Griffin Canning when he did. I feel like maybe in the past we would have seen that pitcher stay out there at least for one more batter. And I think by him going to get Griffin when he did, it really neutralized what that rally could have been. I think Kyle came in, he walked a run in, but that was all they got. It was bases loaded, 1 out, and they got 1 run out of that. And to me, that is the game changer because that kept it at 4-0, as opposed to what it could have been worst case scenario 7-0 after that inning.
Yeah,
Padres then come in and score 5 of their own, and you got a completely new ball game. And so I just thought that his decision to pull the trigger when he did was probably not talked about as much, but I thought that was a big move right there.
Yeah, it almost felt like when he was doing that, it was kind of a helpless thing. He's like, well, I don't know. I mean, we're down 4-0. I can either leave this guy in or bring in Kyle Hart. Yeah, bring Kyle in. Well, I think you're right, Tony. It kind of sent a signal that he wasn't giving that game away, even, in the second inning. I mean, because it took something, and it'll be interesting to see how it plays out tonight in the ball game, especially when you consider J.P. Sears is starting tonight. You have no idea what you could get from him. You probably would assume you're going to need, quite a bit of your bullpen tonight. And lo and behold, everybody but Jason Adam pitched last night. So it took something, I think, for him to think it through and say, boy, if I take Griffin Canning out right now, I got to find 7 1/3 innings of bullpen to get me the rest of the way. And, I give him credit because I think he made the right decision. I give Kyle Hart credit for keeping them in the game. I give Matsui credit for keeping them in the game. If you go back, the Braves could have scored a whole bunch more in several of those innings. I think Matt Olson himself stranded like 19 runners last night. They got poor Matt Olson out with the bases loaded, I think 3 times. So, those guys kept you in it. And we've talked about this before. This is why the Padres have done it more than any other team in baseball. And what I'm talking about is rallying from 4 runs down to win. I think that's the 6th, 7th time, right, this year that they've done that. Well, the only way you can do it is if your bullpen holds the fort. And so I give the bullpen a ton of credit last night, to do what they did. And I agree with you, Tony. I think Stammen managed a little differently than he might normally, and it paid off for him. So
let me say this. J.P. Sears is going to be out there, and I think he's going to be out there regardless. So this is going to be one of those days. The offense needs to pack it up because if JP has a start like Canning, I don't think there's going to be a quick leash. I don't think
you can take him out, right? Yeah, who are you going to bring in?
I think he's going to be the wearer of all of this. If he can't,
you can say sacrificial lamb if you want to, Tony. You're not going there.
I don't like using those type of words for professionals, but I'm just saying, he's gonna have to, hopefully that's not an issue. JP goes out, he throws the ball well, he gives the Pods exactly what they need. But if it goes south, I don't think there's gonna be the cavalry coming like it did last night.
Well, it's a great win, and the Padres need a little momentum. Back-to-back wins by 1 run over a team that is scuffling, right? The Braves, as good a season as they're having, they've lost 8 of their last 11. They don't have Acuna in there right now. Their starting pitching is hurting. We don't catch Chris Sale. But, hey, we don't care because the way the Padres have been playing the last month, any kind of, wins like this and the excitement back at Petco Park and, some good feels, as they like to say, is welcome for this club. And
not to mention we didn't miss anybody early, anybody. We didn't miss any of the best. So I'm not going to feel bad that, the Braves come in here a little beat up. The Dodgers are coming here without their top 2 starters. So be it. That's fine. Padres need wins. Ultimately.
Yes, and let's not leave out the fact that the tying run and the 7th inning, and we said that you get into the 7th inning against the Braves, and you're behind, that can be game over. Their bullpen is better than the Padres statistically. Yep. They've got 4 guys that have an ERA under 2. And, I don't know why
Suarez leading the way under 1.
Right. Suarez has the best ERA. They didn't even use him last night. Iglesias is right behind him. We saw Dylan Lee. I don't think anybody got on base against him.
Nope.
But the other guy is Fuentes. I was honestly surprised they didn't use Fuentes, but they went with Carrasco. And Walt Weiss knows his team better than I do and, who he's been using. But when they were up 1 run going into the 7th inning, I thought we'd see Dylan Lee in the 7th. I thought we'd see Suarez in the 8th, and I thought we would see Iglesias in the 9th. But we didn't. We saw Carrasco to start the 7th, and Fernando tied the game, and that was a huge deal. You had to get it tied before Dylan Lee got in there.
For sure. Had they had – exactly. Had they had a lead, we probably do see Suarez in the 8th,
right?
Iglesias in the 9th. But because it was tied, he played it a little different. And, you end up losing that game in extra innings. A tough ball game. It could have gone either way. But at least he's set up to have another closer or a back-end guy because he didn't use Suarez. And the Fuentes kid, I tell you, he's going to be in their rotation at some point. I don't know if it's going to be this year. They love his arm. And if you saw the 4 pitches he threw the other night, you probably understand why. He's going to be a really good arm for him. I don't know if they're going to keep him in the bullpen or not. But, Walt Weiss had to kind of utilize the pen a little differently once that game got tied.
Well, Fernando changed the whole complexion of it. So
he did.
Good time for that home run. And, we're starting to, I want to say it for the 100th time. Hopefully we're starting to see, a little surge. 3 home runs is better than 2. And, look, here's the other guy that I know he didn't really factor into the game as much last night. Samad Taylor goes 3 for 4 again and gets a walk, and he's on base, and he's stealing, and he's making pressure, and he's come on. This guy, his batting average is up to 370. I know it's a small sample size, but look around Major League Baseball right now. Nobody's hitting 370. No one. So he's been, just an incredible. He said he was going to come here to give the team a little shot in the arm. You kidding me? He's given I love way more than that.
I love everything Samad is doing. I mean, any of the I don't know how you call it, the garbage. He's like the garbage man in hoops, right? Like he's doing all the dirty stuff that's not pretty, that's not fun. Taking strikes, so try to let guys move, try to let guys steal. You drop him, bunt. He's a bunt threat every time he comes to the plate. They got to honor it. He sucks the infield in and hits a little dribbler by him or hits a bullet up the middle. I mean, he's played terrific defense. He's been exactly what the Padres need. And the thing that makes him a good piece is Stam can use him anywhere. 8, 9, 2. And by the way, our esteemed boss pointed out, he sent us some texts that Suarez was unavailable last night. He's dealing with some right forearm soreness. So he had to go the route that he did. So he probably would have gone that way. Yeah, for
so
sure.
that changes it. And so I understand
he's gonna play catch today. He's gonna play catch, or excuse me, he's unavailable tonight.
Suarez.
He's dealing with support. He's gonna play catch tomorrow to get a feel.
Well,
he's probably done for this series. Then.
Well, that's another bonus we'll be happy to take.
I really
right?
no,
sure.
I really wanted him to face Suarez so he could pay us Padres fans back a little bit and blow a game for the Braves instead of the Padres.
Well,
they blow a game. When does he blow?
He's like at a 0.22
No, I'm not talking about
ERA.
this year. I'm talking about all the times he did with the Padres.
All
the times heartbreak.
I
remember in Arizona. I remember that one.
Can I just say one thing before I come over there and
Arizona,
whack you?
There was another one.
Before I come over and whack you,
Chris.
You are the most thankless fan I've ever seen.
What do you mean?
Suarez saved like 130 games, and you're upset that he blew 3.
Well, how many did he not save?
Right. What do we do with this?
By the way, Carlos Carrasco.
What do we do with this guy?
Thanks to the chat, they told me Carlos Carrasco has been DFA'd, so the Padres chased him from
they
the
chased
team.
him from the league. All right. Well, that's the Braves' mood. They have to worry about that. The Padres have to worry about an old friend, Martin Perez, who's actually pitched well for Atlanta. I wanted to finish up one thing on Samad Taylor because you mentioned it, Tony, and I didn't want it to sneak by everybody. He went 3 for 4 last night. The only out he made, he struck out. And I want to go back to that at bat, and I think you'll agree with me, Tony, but he came up with 2 outs and Fernando on first. And if you go back to that at bat, he took 2 pitches that were very hittable to try, I believe, to, give Fernando a chance to run and get down there into scoring position. For whatever reason, Fernando didn't get the jump he wanted. Whatever happened, he didn't run. And now Taylor was in the 2-strike hole. And then by the time Fernando ran, Taylor struck out, and that was the end of it. But to me, that showed just how unselfish and how much of a team player he is, that he was taking those pitches to try to help Fernando get in position. I don't think a lot of people saw that, but that impressed me as much as anything.
That's exactly what we've seen from him really every time he's been up. And the nice part about him hitting, whether he's hitting ninth or he's hitting in front of Toddy, I think he has done a good job of doing just that. And I think some people might interpret his kind of reaction after he punched out. I think he was just mad at himself.
Oh, sure.
Because he obviously he's took the first 2 pitches purposely. He's trying to give Toddy an opportunity to go. And he ends up, punching out on a breaking ball, like ended up right in the middle of the plate. But that's you're right. That's exactly, why he's been a good fit. He's been selfless.
7-6 Padres last night. We'll see what we get tonight. Final game of the series starts an hour earlier. For those of you heading down there, make sure you're aware of that. 5:40 start tonight. That means we're on till 4:40, and we will get rolling in that direction with I think we got a couple of interesting things to talk about with, especially Devers last night, crying a violin and an apology for his terrible behavior.
That was misunderstanding, Chris.
Of course it was. And we'll discuss that. Also, the World Cup. Looks like the USA, at least the experts, know who our opponent is going to be in the knockout stage. We'll talk about all that and more on Gwynn and Chris.
Padres, Braves, back in action tonight. A little earlier affair for whatever reason. We're playing at 5:40 today. Not the usual Wednesday time.
I thought you wanted to get home early tonight, and you changed the schedule. Don't you have
Chris,
that kind of pull anymore?
If I had that kind of pull, bro, we would we have a lot of different things happening right now.
A lot of different things happening.
So the Padres get the win. Try to get the sweep here today. Couple different things. Chris, what did you tease again? I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, there's a few things. I mean, first we had the NBA draft last night. I want to get a little of your thoughts on some of that. Second, we got USA is probably going to play Bosnia
Herzegovina.
Them, yes. So everybody.
So wait, well, hold up. I checked with my resident soccer guru,
right,
Dave Marcus,
and he said
he's gonna get the mic here in a sec.
Okay.
He said that we don't know because there's only one third place team that has qualified at this. There's a string of 5 that it's going to be though.
I believe
more
Dave,
like it'll be Bosnia though. It will probably be a lot of things have to happen for not to be Bosnia.
You know what's hilarious? Right as you guys said that, I just saw something pop up on my side of my screen that said it's like a 99% chance.
So thanks for that update, Dave.
We got it in a minute.
I promise you. Look, it just popped up on my thing.
Yeah,
that is a 99% chance that the USA is playing Bosnia. Hilarious.
Right. Yeah, so that's
some of those things could happen that could knock it out.
We appreciate it. Look,
that's a good game for them.
It's good to know that Dave Marcus is there to cover the other
soccer guru. After all,
Dave is there to cover the other 1% that could happen.
I'll be on site tomorrow night in LA.
That's right. This is the one that he stood in that line for the entire game to get these tickets. He's headed there tomorrow.
Dave,
finally.
I think you're going to have fun, but don't you want to be going to a game that they are trying to win?
Well, originally that was the
Chris,
hope,
don't do this. He was complaining about this very thing.
I knew he would.
Jesse and I the other day.
I knew it.
That,
yeah, of course.
They're going to be playing all their guys. It's like, bro, you're going to a World Cup game.
I know. I'll be good. I'll be happy.
He says, I know.
Just to be there. I would have gone.
It'll be an honor to be there.
Yes. Well, me and the kid will be like having a ball. So yeah. Once
a
lifetime.
You're going to get to see.
We're gonna have you back on so you can tell us about your experience.
Of course. We got to hear about it. Dave Marcus is heading to SoFi, everybody, tomorrow night. Be alerted.
We did get some great information from AJ Gassavell yesterday. Said there's a shuttle bus. You hit some traffic in shuttle bus. So he said if you're gonna have some adult beverages, wait. Don't use the bathroom before you get on the shuttle, because if you don't, you might have an accident. You don't want that.
You could get stuck on the shuttle.
He's well prepared for tomorrow.
That's important to know, that you don't want to be stuck on the shuttle having to use the potty.
Yeah, because there's no potty on the shuttle.
Good news for everybody who's maybe using the shuttle tomorrow.
That's one thing you don't have to worry about when you don't drink anymore.
What?
Where am I going to go?
You never go to the
bathroom?
You don't go anymore? You are a weird person.
Once I flew from Dublin, Ireland to Philadelphia and didn't get up once because the woman next to me was mad at me for not allowing her husband to sit there, so I didn't get up. Anyway.
Wait, so she wouldn't move if you had to use the bathroom?
No, she would have moved, but she was
scared?
mean mugging me the entire way.
I got to be honest with you, Tony. If I'm in the middle of the aisle, I loathe asking the person to get up.
That's the job of the aisle, though.
I know.
You loathe asking.
Yes, I don't want to ask.
I got you.
I try to hold it, and
as an aisle sitter.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, Chris. I really do.
I know. I appreciate that you appreciate that.
Your reluctance to ask only makes the owl even that much better.
I will tell you that if I have a 5-hour flight and I feel I'm going to at least need to use it once, right?
Yeah.
I try to go at about the 2.5 hour mark to even it out and give myself the best shot of not needing to ask a second
It's
time.
actually very considerate of you.
How OCD of you, right?
Yeah, isn't that right?
Right in the middle.
We're right in the middle of something. They're passing out the drinks. Excuse me, I got to get up right now.
I will never understand.
Sure, what are you
that.
doing?
2.5
Well,
hours.
it's a 2.5 hour mark. I got to get out of here.
Well, it's like no, I'm talking about the people that get up and like make the flight attendants move their car all the way back into the kitchen
Well,
so
hey,
they
if
can go to the bathroom.
If it's the 2.5
lot of-
hour mark,
hey,
you got to do
Let me
it.
tell you, there is a lot of people that have zero plane etiquette
Exactly.
at all.
Yeah.
at
for
all.
sure.
And you know what? And that's you got to be accepting of it a little bit because not everybody flies, as often as I fly. So
Right.
they may not know.
Yeah.
There's nothing more annoying. But again, I try to have some grace. Then going through TSA with at least 6 people in front of you that don't fly.
Yes,
very
and don't know what they're doing.
often.
You
have
almost
no
want to
idea.
go get their bag and push it through for them. You're like, sir, this is not that
100%.
complicated. Yeah.
Like, what? I have to take off my shoes?
Yeah. No, yeah.
I don't know
yeah.
if you have to do. Do you still? Have to take
I don't
off
think
your
you have to
shoes?
do that
No.
anymore.
You don't have to take off your shoes.
I'm a
anymore.
TSA'er,
goodness.
so I don't have to do that anyway.
But,
but-
the people that get in and drop their bag and they got water in it, and
oh,
or they
goodness.
got
Yeah, it'll slow
that
things up
just
for a
hold
while.
up the whole
Yeah.
scan machine. Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
you're not going
That's
anywhere. All right. So here was the thing last night. There was a play in the Cubs Mets game. And I think a lot of people either, if you saw it, you still may not understand what happened. And if you didn't see it, you're going to maybe want to hear about it because I don't think any of us have ever seen this before. And I read a lot of people last night who were saying, how is this possible? Craig Counsell got kicked out of the game arguing this. But what happened, I'll try to recount it for you, is PCA, my favorite player, was on first base for the Cubs. He, by the way, hit a 3-run homer last night. And PCA is going to be player of the year right now. He cannot get out. He's
Definitely
on
gonna be player of the month.
at least player of the month. He
At
is.
least player of the month.
Oh my goodness, is he hot? It seems like he hits a home run or a 3-run homer every night. So he hit one. He's on first base. It's a 3-2 count with 2 outs in the inning, and he takes off. Takes off. It's ball 4. So he and everybody else assumes, since the batter walked, that he is now entitled to be at second base. What happened was he slid in, and the throw actually was made by the catcher because he didn't hear that it was a walk, wanted to follow through on the play. And PCA touched second base. And then as soon as he heard that it was a walk, he kind of relaxed a little and took his foot off the base. And Bichette, the shortstop, kept the tag on him. And everybody's like, well, who cares? But I credit, Carlos Mendoza? The Mets manager.
Yes.
He apparently knew the rule because he came charging out of the dugout and said, he's out. And the umpires then came together and said, you're right. He is out. And the way it was explained to me, Tony, and if any of you heard anything different, you are entitled to second base because of the walk. But once you get there, you're now on second base. And if you come off, you are fair game at that point.
I think this falls in the category of where instant replay gets a guy still in the base, and like somewhere in between the tag and him sliding in, he like loses contact,
right?
For a millisecond, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think this falls into that category. I get the rule, I understand it, right? It'd be no different as if you were stealing. Let's say he didn't slide, and he's looking and he realizes they walked. And he gets to, he walks the rest of the way to second base and then rounds it, takes his foot off and gets tagged. That's virtually what they're saying happened with the head first slide.
Even though that really didn't happen, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I think kudos to Carlos Mendoza for challenging it, but it's not the spirit of the rule, right? It's a walk.
Exactly.
He's easing up because it's a walk. He just happens to be in dive mode. It's not as easy as easing up when you're walking into the base as it is diving. And he lost for, a brief millisecond.
Right.
He
His
lost
foot came off.
contact.
He did, yeah.
But
And
the rule, I
it-
guess, states as soon as you touch the bag, you're now on second. That's all you are given from the walk.
In the replay, they
And so-
show him being tagged before he gets to the
Okay,
base.
so this is why I say that. This is why I say this about Drew, because at that point he has not touched the base yet,
yes, correct.
right? And so you see it. His oven mitt gets tagged. His hasn't touched the base yet. Then his right hand touches the bag, or whichever hand the other hand
Yeah.
is touches the bag. Meanwhile, to Bichette's credit, he keeps the tag on the whole time. So as his right handing comes off the bag, there is nothing on the bag, and the tag is still on the leg.
Yep.
And then eventually, I mean, and within milliseconds, he's back engaged with the bag, and now and this is it's a lesson for base runners. If you are going to steal on a 3-2 pitch, you at this point can no longer steal with. You have to look back. You have to look back in now before you start to dive.
Yeah, and
Or-
if you go to touch second base, you better stay on that base no matter
exactly.
what.
And you better go feet first. Whatever it is, you got to stand
Yeah.
on the bag, because I guarantee you, all the teams now are going to instruct their catchers to throw down on 3-2.
Right.
Keep your tag on. We might be able to get an out.
Might
out
be
of
able
this.
to get an out of this. I've got to be honest with you. Baseball needs to just change the rule. It's a stupid rule.
Yeah, it's a
It's-
stupid
it's-
rule.
Like ball's
if-
dead as soon as the walk happens.
It's dead. To me, it should be
Yeah.
dead. It's ball 4, PCA. You're on second. Play
You did a cool
continues.
slide and nothing really mattered there.
It
You're
didn't
still on
matter.
second.
You're safe. But
Right.
I will give PCA a tiny bit of credit. Knowing his temper, I thought he might just strangle the umpire once he was told he was out.
He argued it, but Craig
He
Counsell
argued, but
did the other.
he kind of got shooed away.
Yes.
But I thought, oh no,
Craig
this is gonna be
Counsell
another
just dropped-
PCA moment here. But
Craig Counsell just dropped 2 FUs to my
did.
man on
He
his
did.
way out.
He
He
did.
did.
He's just like, I'm tired of arguing. This is ridiculous.
I just always thought like the ball was dead. I
think everybody
but
did.
Chris
I think
brought
that's
something
what-
a few weeks ago that I didn't think about is that you can round first and go for second on a walk. So the ball is like
Yes.
Yes,
Always
you can.
dead.
It's
You know,
not
you
always
see it.
dead.
You know where you were seeing it a lot is when they used to do the shift and there was no third baseman. Guys would be stealing on the pitch. It'd be ball 4, and they just keep running. And
Go
if
to
they didn't
third.
have that third baseman there. So that's all in play. So you
Right.
almost
so
have
the ball
to have
actually
the
is not dead on a ball.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You
So
are,
you- so
but
you-
you are allowed to take your time and get to second base without any problem.
Yeah.
But once you
Yeah.
tag it, you're now there, and
That's crazy.
you're live.
anything
you're-
else happens after
you're
is
fair game.
live.
Wow,
Yeah.
weird play. Mike Winters, go in there and get them to change that. It's not for the spirit of the rule. All right, we got what do we got?
We got Tony.
Oh, Tony's gonna
Yeah.
send us away.
I have to roll. We're gonna get to break and more Gwynn and Chris on the other side.
Fernando, a game-tying shot leading off here in the 7th inning. And we are once again knotted up 6-6.
What a ball game last night. Fernando was right in the middle of it with that tying home run in the 7th inning. He owes a little debt of thanks to Adrian Morejon for escaping the jam that Fernando created by dropping a fly ball in the 8th inning.
Yeah, that was strange.
Right? Yeah, that's how you pick your teammate up right there, right? Morejon got those last 2 outs, kept that run from scoring. Padres eventually win it on the Manny walk-off. And that is becoming habitual now, all of a sudden, for a guy having the worst year of his career by a mile, not even an argument. All of a sudden, Manny Machado is like wearing Superman's cape every night.
Mm-hmm.
So, 3 out of 4 games, he's had the winning blow.
He looked pretty excited last night, I got to say.
Absolutely. Sure, these guys, you know what? They don't care, though.
No, they don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. They hate it. They care less.
Take
it or leave it.
They only care when they, do something that makes
Take
them
it
look good.
or leave it. All right, so all's good after the win, 7-6, but really all is far from good. It really is. I mean, I hate to go here, but you can't look at the game last night and just gloss over what happened with Griffin Canning. You just can't. I mean, tonight you're basically going out there on a wing and a prayer with J.P. Sears, a guy that you acquired from Oakland last year. Remember, he came in the Mason Miller trade.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I've looked at J.P. Sears and his career. He's a left-hander for the A's. The guy he's not great. He's got a 4.5 career ERA. All right. He's got a career 1.3 whip, which is mediocre at best. It's certainly not outstanding. He went 5-14 for the A's. That was a terrible team. He went 11-13. He went 9-11. So you get the idea, right? He's a guy. He's a 5th starter at best. But even as a 5th starter, he would have to be considered pretty much a failure in his short stint with the Padres last year, right? The ERA was about 6.
Yeah.
The whip was 1.6. He didn't pitch well.
The theory was that because Petco Park is such a terrible
yes, he's a fly ball pitcher.
It's a pitcher's park.
Well, he's a fly ball pitcher, so you're hoping in Petco Park the fly balls will stay in the park. Wasn't happening for J.P. Sears. He gave up 7 home runs in 24 innings last year. And then in the minors this year, he's, and you're right. You said it yesterday. Stats in the Pacific Coast League are a little crazy, but it's hard not to notice a 1.8 whip and a 7 ERA. So that's what he's coming into the game with tonight. So you're hopeful if you get 5 innings and you give up 2 or 3 runs, you're going to say, hey, I'll take it. And then hopefully you got some bullpen left over from last night because you used everybody last night except for Jason Adam. And I don't think Jason Adam's going to go 4 innings to finish the game tonight.
I don't think so either.
You're going to have to find a way. But that isn't even the biggest concern. It's not even close. You also just put Giolito on the injured list. That's not the biggest concern all of a sudden. You've got Musgrove. You've got Pivetta. That isn't even the biggest concern. The biggest concern is the fact that Griffin Canning is a guy that you're counting on to be a guy here to get you where you want to go. And Griffin Canning is what am I going to say? But he was on the show. He seemed like a terrific guy.
Yeah,
I hope nobody thinks it's anything personal. It's certainly not. But he's a disaster at the moment. How can I say anything else, right? I'm not trying to, he's 1-5. He's got an ERA of 7.38. He's got a whip of 1.7. He walks everybody.
Yeah.
Last night he got 2 singles and a hit batter before he ever even, got started. And you use the opener, right? Peralta did his thing.
Yep.
And then Canning comes in and can't even get out of the 2nd inning. And it was, we discussed it. Craig Stammen gets a tip of the cap for having the guts, not guts, but having to risk, I believe, going out there and taking him out at that point. Remember, you now need to finish 7 1/3 more innings. When Griffin Canning pitches that badly, it messes up everything. And you did win last night, but are you going to be able to win tonight with the bullpen left over from Griffin Canning's mess? That is even the bigger issue than him not being able to pitch and get anybody out. The bigger issue right now is that when Griffin Canning pitches, how badly is it going to mess you up for the next 2 or 3 games? And I mean, the Milwaukee game, remember he didn't get out of the first inning in that game, and it threw everything off.
I know.
So I don't know what they're going to do with Griffin Canning. They're going to have to figure it out, get him right. And you're going to say, well, let's just DFA him. It didn't work. Okay, well, DFA him. You got any better ideas?
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
That's right.
They're not going to do that.
That's
because
what I'm saying.
What if they do need someone to pitch later on in the year because of injury? You'd rather have Griffin Canning than Joe Schmo.
Well, if you DFA him right now, who's going to start? You're going to bring up what, Miguel Mendez?
I have no idea what they're going to do, but I don't know that they can afford to start him again for the time being. He's had 10 starts. He's putting the team behind in every single one of his outings, and the team is running uphill when he pitches. And I hate to say it, but you're right. It's a disaster right now. And I don't see how you could start him again until he kind of gets some things in order.
There unfortunately is no other way to describe, what Griffin Canning is, doing. And it is affecting this ball club beyond just the games that he pitches.
Yeah.
And for, and the example of that's going to come tonight. Unless JP Sears just somehow goes 8 shutties, and you bring Jason Adam in and he gets through the 9th and you win the game. But I only said that because I can't imagine they're going to be able to use Mason Miller tonight, who pitched an inning Monday, 2 innings yesterday.
I forgot about the inning on Monday.
Yeah, Mortahone's pitched in each of the last 2 games, 2 innings. He went Monday and 1 inning last night.
We got some Marinaccio that can come in for us.
There you go. Yeah.
David Morgan, did he pitch last night?
Yep, he did. He pitched an inning last night. Wandy pitched an inning. Matsui pitched 2. Kyle Hart pitched 2.
Yeah.
You have Jason Adam and Marinaccio, and then you're going to you're making the move to bring AJ Cassavell in out of the bullpen.
I was going to say, are we going to see an Alec Jacob appearance here?
I don't know. You may have to actually make a move. That's not a bad call.
They do this.
They might. Well, you'd have to send somebody down if they have the maneuverability to bring up an extra arm for the game tonight. But that again,
Jeff Sanders, Adam just sent me a text about this saying Alec Jacob is in the Padres clubhouse.
There you have it. See, we're ahead of the game.
See, we're understanding this team a little bit.
Yeah, but that is so let's just assume Alec Jacob will officially be on the roster tonight. That means somebody has to be sent down to make room for him. Or somebody has to be put on the injured list.
It's not going to be Marinaccio because he doesn't have any options. So it won't be him.
Well, you can't be Marinaccio
because he's one of the guys.
He's one of the guys available tonight.
This is a puzzle piece that they have to put together.
It's a puzzle that Griffin Canning is making them solve. And that therein lies the problem. And I want to look at their future schedule coming up to see if they can they limp to the All-Star break without really having to use Griffin Canning. And, you got a day off tomorrow. Vasquez, Buehler, King against the Dodgers. I guess you could come back with Sears Monday against the Cubs, but is that a better option?
I don't think so. Not
I don't
Wrigley
know.
Field.
So what are you going to do? Pretty much Canning's got to pitch at least 3 more times before you get to the All-Star break, maybe 4. And I don't know what they're going to do because this is a problem.
I think people don't understand that either because I get people, why is he still on the team? He's so bad. And I'm like, it's a long season. You need serviceable guys that can get you through.
Well, but you just said a word there that is not being He's
so bad.
No, you said serviceable.
Oh,
there's nothing.
You're right.
There's nothing serviceable about what he's doing right now.
That's a good point.
Nothing serviceable about, lasting 2/3 of an inning.
No.
Never mind the runs and the ERA and the walks and the being behind in the count.
At the minimum, you have to eat outs.
Yeah. He threw 40 pitches in the first inning and didn't get out of the inning. That will murder your team for a while. So, I'm not trying to just I guess it does sound like I'm just destroying on Griffin Canning right now. I certainly don't mean to, but it's the reality of the situation.
It is.
And you're in the majors. You know, this is part of it. You got to get the job done or else.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the Padres are going to do about that. And, you know, you have to bring it up.
Well, we do have a lineup, so they didn't make any roster moves that I haven't seen
at least
yet.
on the roster.
Yeah.
If they're going to bring in Alec Jacob, they're going to have to send somebody to the minor leagues. I don't think you can. Who can go?
Kyle Hart, David Morgan.
I guess one of those two will be sent down today,
and then they'll be brought back up.
And then they'll have to be brought back up. Yeah, I don't know any other option for them. You want to give us the lineup since you
yes.
just
yes,
said
sir.
we have one? We
yes.
might as well get to it here.
Leading off for your San Diego Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. playing second base. Samad Taylor batting second, playing left field. Manny Machado playing third, batting third. Xander Bogaerts cleaning up at shortstop. Jackson Merrill, center field, batting fifth. Miguel Andujar, sixth, DHing. Ty France, seventh spot at first base. Freddie Fermin catching at the eighth spot. And then Jace Bowen in right field at the ninth spot.
I remember you're facing a lefty today.
Yeah.
So a little different lineup in that regard. All right, we're ready. And we'll see where it goes. I wanted to talk about the Giants for a second.
Yeah.
Your San Francisco Giants. Buster Posey is going to blow the whole thing there.
I'm feeling like he is. And this is, I don't think people understand how much goodwill and equity Buster Posey built up in Giants fans that it would have, if you were to tell me he would not look good after this whole thing is done, I would have said you're crazy because everybody loves him, but not anymore.
Buster Posey had a chance to A, support his manager, and B, set the tone for his entire franchise by saying to Rafael Devers, that's unacceptable. Instead, and never even mind Rafael Devers' absurdly stupid explanation, which was, I thought he was taking me out because my leg hurt, and I was trying to tell him that my leg doesn't hurt, and it was a total misunderstanding.
Which is not the craziest thing in the world, but I don't believe it.
And then he went on and he said, this has all been blown out of proportion by the media, and
it's the media's fault.
He said it's all been blown out of proportion by the media, and that's why I don't talk to the media. That was Buster Posey's take on, Devers' take on the whole thing. So, but here's I want to give you one last thing on Devers before you buy into anything he said. Devers said that he and Vitello talked about it in the locker room after the game, and he apologized, and that was the end of it. Vitello told reporters that they had that talk on the airplane flying to the next game.
So two different stories.
Somebody's flat out lying about when that talk was. It's not, the Kennedy conspiracy, but the point being, I don't even know what to believe with the Giants anymore.
I don't either.
I really don't. And Buster Posey is overseeing this, and Buster Posey's take on the whole thing was, everybody kind of messes up once in a while.
That's not true. It's true. Everybody messes up once in a while, but it's a little bit bigger of a deal than that.
It's absolutely a bigger deal than that.
This whole thing, I'm actually coming out with more respect for Tony Vitello about this, because he is steadfast in backing Rafael Devers, saying it's a misunderstanding.
Yeah, I got to give him credit for being able to back him up.
It's water under the bridge. He's like, can we please move on from this? So I'll give him credit for that. But Buster Posey, you're right. This was his one opportunity to tell everyone in that organization, I am the boss and I'm not afraid to let someone go or punish someone. You are not safe.
It isn't even it's just setting the right tone.
Yeah.
If you take over a franchise, whether it's a football team, basketball team, guy is late to a practice, guy misses a bus, you don't have to make a federal case out of it, but you get the message out. That's not going to be tolerated here.
Yes.
And then you sit the guy down for a game or whatever you do.
Yeah.
And then everybody gets the message. It's really funny how that works.
And the media talks about it. The embarrassment's there. Everything's there. But when you put him as the cleanup hitter, the game after, you're literally rewarding him for bad behavior.
It's hard for us all to handle and understand. So we'll just have to understand it or try to.
Not even that. I feel uncomfortable when I get angry and lose my cool, let alone just be like, oh, it was a misunderstanding. I would probably be saying sorry to everyone. Anyway.
All right. Coming up next, some daily gambits.
Some DG.
Did we do games yesterday?
We did not. We missed it.
Okay. We'll do some today. And we haven't talked about the NBA draft yet, which is probably not bothering anybody out there that we've left it out.
Didn't really seem like anything huge happened.
Nothing too major happened. What is his name? Peterson, my favorite guy from Utah, proclaimed that he's going to get the job done. So hopefully he will. The guy went to the Bulls, by the way, Caleb Wilson.
Yeah.
He said, you're looking at the next GOAT.
Ooh.
Says he's going to be the
Big
next
claim.
greatest of all time.
Good claim. Big claim.
Yikes.
It's Ben and Woods.
All right, so here's what happened. I was at the corner, and I'm going to call out the streets because who cares? It was Claremont Mesa Drive and Ruffin Road, which is pretty close to our radio station here.
Yeah.
I had to run over and pick up a little cash from the bank. That was simple, trip before I came into work. And I'm on Ruffin Road, coming up to Claremont Mesa Boulevard.
Ruffin Road can be a little rough sometimes.
Well, they could pave that. It wouldn't hurt. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt if they can't call it paved road. I know that.
Wait, your issue isn't the potholes in the road?
That was I'm used to that. So we come up on Claremont Mesa, and we're at the stoplight. I'm in the left-hand turn lane to turn left on Claremont Mesa. I'm the third car back. And there's two left turn lanes. There's 3 cars in line here. And then the going straight is also red. And that is backed up each of the lanes. So that I've got cars on my right. I've got cars on my left. I got 2 in front of me. I got people behind me. No big deal. Light cycles through. And our turn doesn't come.
Oh, no.
So the cross traffic gets to go again. And then the people coming across in our direction, they get to go again. And then for a second time, they skip our turn. Well, that's what I thought. So now...
Actually, you're not going anywhere. You're stuck.
Right, you're stuck.
You're not going anywhere.
And my first thought, of course, as a good scout or, athlete, is to look around. Is there any way out? Can I back up? Can I, I'll do anything. But there is nowhere for me to go.
No.
It happens a third time.
Whoa.
And I'm pretty clear at this point, this light's broken. And I'm starting to think, how are we going to get out of this? Am I going to have to call, the police to come and fix it? No one's going to know it's broken.
911 emergency response.
Yeah.
Emergency. Ruffin Road in Claremont. The light is stuck.
The light is stuck. And so this is 5 minutes probably, but you can imagine 5 minutes.
No,
that's a long
That's a
time,
long
right?
time.
Well, when it comes to the 4th time, I finally start just leaning on my horn.
Oh.
I'm trying to get...
What are the people in front of you going to do?
Well, because there was a moment, you're right, after the traffic comes this way, it paused.
You want them to run the light.
You could at least a couple people could run the light. We could get this going here.
You want them to run the light.
I did.
Break the law.
Well, they had to. Otherwise, we'd still be there. Anyway, so this is going on. So I'm starting leaning on my horn. The lady next to me looks at me like, what the hell are you doing?
Good for her. Good for her.
And good for her. Yeah.
Kidding.
I'm like, ma'am,
kidding.
are you just clueless? Were you going to sit here the rest of your life?
She has faith that the light's going to turn eventually.
Evidently so. If it had gone again, the guy next to me on this side rolled down his passenger window. That starts to go down. I think he's going to be mad. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure the light's broken. Like, how do you not know this? We've all been sitting here for 6-7 minutes now. The 2 cars at the very front of the left turn lane are not budging. So they apparently are content to sit there for as long as it need be.
They also have faith that the light is going to turn.
But I have no faith.
What gives them that faith?
Yeah, but what gave them the faith? I mean, it had cycled through 4 times now. The 5th time, I was going to just have to get out of my car and walk up to that and go, will you please do something? Or get, and if you don't, and I would have,
something.
You know what I would have said? If you don't want to run the light, just get out of my way so I can run the light. I'm not sitting here the rest of the day. And finally, on the 5th time, the first 2 people ran the light, and the next person was able to get you know what I mean? And after a couple more cycles through, I got out of there. But I don't know
Did
if
the light ever start working?
I don't know. If you're at Claremont Mesa and Ruffin Road, you might still be there. I don't know. This was 45 minutes ago or so.
Wow.
So my question to you is, how differently would you have handled this than I did. And I'll start with you, Tony. Would there been any difference, or do you know?
I don't know if I would have laid on my horn.
You would have just never laid on
I
it.
think I might have like maybe rolled down the window, see if I could like talk to somebody, see what else.
See if
but
anybody else was in
I
on
don't
it?
think I would have laid on my horn because, listen, what you're asking is for them to, which may not be easy for everybody, and that is the timing between when because they're waiting for their light to turn.
Yes,
right?
they were
the
waiting
light's
for
not the light's not gonna turn, but that also then requires them to guess the exact kind of when the timing of when they can go. And
in lieu of the Padre baseball game. Like if you don't want to, if you're going to be too nervous watching JP Sears, you can always flip over and watch the excitement that is the NBA draft.
I think I'd rather watch JP Sears.
Pretty funny, right? Because your reaction to the NBA draft is my reaction to all drafts, which is like, what a big fat waste of time. Who cares? And see, you're finding to see it my way now.
I think the problem is
because you don't have anything invested in it, right?
That's the thing. Is I think the problem is I don't know many of these college basketball players that are coming through.
Well, even the ones you do, and this is my whole thing with the draft. You know some of us know a lot of these guys, right? We saw Peterson with Kansas. Yep. You see Wagler with Illinois, the kid who went to the Clippers. You see him in the Final Four. You know what they're like. You got Cam Boozer. Everybody knows who that is. But what you don't know is how they're going to translate their game to the pros. You absolutely don't. You think you do, but you don't. I will tell you flat out, as a Bulls fan, and I believe I'm probably one of the biggest Bulls fan out there, when the Bulls drafted Michael Jordan in 1984 with the 3rd pick,
Chris was like booing it. Just kidding.
Certainly
I have
not.
no idea.
I certainly wasn't booing it, but I certainly wasn't going, wow, we're set now.
How was he perceived as a college basketball player, Michael Jordan?
He was a player of the year, but he didn't score that many points at North Carolina because they had Sam Perkins, they had James Worthy, they had an incredible team, and Dean Smith taught everybody to share the ball. So he didn't have eye-popping numbers. He made some dunks, he made some plays like that, but he was a little skinny guy. And, he came right on the scene. He started scoring 35 a game, and you're like, whoa, okay, so this guy's something.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, but it still took 2 years for the Bulls to win anything, maybe 3. And it took him 7 to win a championship with Michael Jordan. People forget that. People think that he was drafted, he came in, and they won the title 7 years in a row. No. He won his first championship in his 7th season. Right?
That is surprising. I wouldn't, if you were to ask me, I would have said 4th.
Yeah. First 3 years, they got eliminated in the first round twice by the great Boston Celtic teams.
Learning how to win.
Right? And then 3 years in a row, 3 straight years, twice in the Eastern Finals, they got eliminated by the Pistons. And looked like Jordan was never going to get there. Most people thought he wouldn't. He's a leading scorer. You can't win with a guy who scores that many points. People sound kind of silly if you think back to that now.
Oh, he scores way too many points.
There was the thinking that if you have a leading scorer and you had one focus on one guy, team couldn't win the championship.
I bet you that was a thing, but
it was a thing.
They didn't know about Michael Jordan.
They did not know that he was at another gear. So you just don't know. And there might be a Michael Jordan in this draft. Some people think Peterson's going to be the guy. I don't. Some people think, it could be somebody else who's down the way, 7th, 8th pick. We don't know.
I think it's going to be your guy.
I hope it is. Caleb Wilson.
Yeah, Caleb Wilson.
But that's quite a statement to come out of North Carolina and say, well, you guys had a GOAT there in Chicago before. It's time for another GOAT.
I like that he said another.
Yeah, but I mean,
he's not claiming that he's going to be the GOAT.
Okay, but he's putting himself on that
he's putting himself out there.
Putting himself way out there.
Yeah, that's a confident move right there.
Confident thing to say. Because now if anyone in Chicago expects him to be Michael Jordan, they're going to probably be
how many times people are going to replay
very
that?
Disappointed.
If he's not, it's like, whatever happened to this guy? Remember when he called himself the GOAT?
Right. I mean, let's be honest. Kobe Bryant came out and people thought this kid's something special. And as great as Kobe is, and I know in a lot of people's minds, and in that era, he was the GOAT of that era, he's not the GOAT. Jordan is the GOAT. And I know LeBron James arguers, go right ahead, take your best shot.
This is one of those arguments that I'm now starting to walk away from because there is no answer and you'll never convince anyone.
Yeah, you'll never know for sure.
Yeah.
Right. You can couch it any which way you want to. All right, let's get to some daily gambit stuff. We got World Cup action, and we'll let you in on it here.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Well, nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. It's been a while since we've done the Daily Gambit, so we're just going to go right into some of the bets.
All right, well, let's start right here at Petco Park tonight. Who do you think's favored? Got Martin Perez, the old Padre. You got J.P. Sears, the new Padre.
I'm going to guess the Braves are favored.
Yeah, Braves are favored by 1.5 runs. I'll start. I'm going to go with the magic, or should I say prestidigitation of the Padres. If you were with us at the beginning of the show,
go back literally
you'll know
to
what
like
I'm talking
the first minute of the show.
I would take the Padres plus 1.5 runs. Hopefully they have a little magic going and they keep it going tonight.
This is not saying I don't believe they can win, but the Braves are too good of a team to get swept.
Oh,
so I'm going to go Braves.
Goes Braves. 8.5 runs tonight, over under. Of course, last night, if it was 8.5, you won that in 1 inning.
Yeah.
In the terms of the over.
That's true.
Do you think it'll go over again, as it
with
did last
these two
night?
Guys? Yeah, I do.
It sure seems like with these two guys, you got to pick over, don't you?
Yeah.
I got to go over also.
Although we're going to have the pitching duel of the century tonight.
Could, but unlikely. Even with the Padres involved, it's hard to believe you're going to have a pitcher's duel tonight. Milwaukee 7.5 or 7.5, 1.5 over the Reds in Cincinnati. I brought this one up. I don't know if you saw this. The Brewers beat the Reds in the first 2 games of this series in Cincinnati. And remember, Cincinnati's a hitter's ballpark.
Yeah.
Both starting pitchers from Milwaukee. I think it was Woodruff in the first game, and last night it was Sproat.
Sprout.
Yeah, Sprout. The two of them back-to-back, both games. Both guys pitched 6 innings, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts, no walks.
Wow.
They both had the same stats.
Wow.
And that had never happened before.
Wow, that is
in
crazy.
Milwaukee history. I don't know how many times that's happened in baseball, but back-to-back games with 10 Ks, no walks. Anyway, the Reds lost both games, as you might imagine.
I would think so.
So tonight, the Brewers go for the sweep, and it'll be a guy named Drohan who's trying to keep the Reds scuffling. I got to be honest with you. The Reds they've lost their mojo.
They've fallen
Terry
far.
Francona is my guy, but I don't see it happening for the Reds right now. So I'm going to take Milwaukee for the sweep. How about you?
Yeah, they need I think Ellie De La Cruz is coming back either.
He came back yesterday. It didn't do him a lot of good yesterday,
No.
but he is back.
I just put Bucks in there for some reason. That's not
Milwaukee
the team.
Bucks?
Yeah, that's not the team we're talking about. We're talking about the Brewers. I'm going to have to go with the Brewers as well.
Go for the sweep. Shohei Ohtani's on the mound tonight.
Oh,
for the Dodgers. Stop
great.
the world.
Yes.
Stop the
Push
world.
notification central on my
that's
phone
right.
tonight.
I told you to
It gave me. I
stop
tried.
subscribing to that.
It gave me a notification that he had a second kid. No other player in baseball gets a notification for his second child.
And no other person in the world gets a text from you saying, they just sent me a text that Shohei had a new kid. So now I have to know he had a new kid too.
I don't want it. Oh.
I guess it's better than having an old kid. At
Yeah,
least he had
that's
a new
true.
kid.
Yeah.
7.5 strikeouts
Poor
tonight.
Decoy the dog's going to be forgotten.
Shohei at the Twins tonight.
They destroyed the Twins last night.
They did.
I'm going to have to go over.
Over 7.5 Ks. I'm going to go under. I'm going to just say he's been scuffling just a little bit lately. Not much, but a little.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, here's the showdown. Tonight, Padres Braves. Who has more strikeouts? JP Sears or Martin Perez? I'm going to tell you right now, this is the bet of the day I feel best about.
Really?
Sears is, for better or worse, a pretty decent strikeout pitcher. Martin Perez doesn't get very many strikeouts. He had one game this year with 10, but the rest of the games he gets like 1 or 2. So I'm going Sears to win the battle.
Interesting.
Who are you going with? You take Martin?
No, I'm going to go Sears.
Sears. Hey, see, we're showing a little love for JP over here.
12 strikeouts tonight.
12? Wow.
That might be a lot.
Yeah, I hope he gets 12 outs. To be honest with you, I'll take that. Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark, and the Phoenix Mercury, 8.5 points. Now, Indiana's favored. These two teams played the other night.
Yes, I saw this whole thing.
And there was a major scuffle. And one girl for Phoenix was pointing her finger in the face of one of the Indiana players, and she pointed back, and they pointed at each other, and then they both got technicals. Then later in the game, Caitlin Clark got called for a foul, turned around, clapped in the face of the official, and then didn't understand why she got a technical. That is a technical foul. When you clap in the face of an official and you're obviously sarcastically doing it and showing it up that you didn't like the call. Caitlin, stop overreacting every time the whistle blows. You're wrecking your reputation. And I think her reputation, honestly, is almost in question now. And it's a shame because she's so good. She's so good for the league. It's exactly what they need. She does great pass. Her passing is incredible. She sees the court. She shoots. She scores. She's famous. But every time I watch her play, she's giving it the Luka Doncic thing, except for Luka at least just puts his hands up and walks away. Caitlin Clark loves to get in the face of an official, clap or scream or yell or, whatever, and then walk away and go, what? I didn't do anything. Yeah, you did. So stop doing it.
I do think there's a little bit of a double standard because I've been watching a lot of videos of players clapping towards referees, and
Paige Becker's got a technical for doing it.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I didn't see that, but
you should get a technical for doing it. You're basically saying, hey, good call, pal, sarcastically.
No, I know
and
what
you're drawing
doing.
attention to the fact that you didn't like the call.
But when did she do the clapping?
I don't know.
In the face, because I didn't see the clapping.
Anyway.
But it may have come at a different point because there was a big stoppage in the game because they were kind of fighting.
I could be wrong, but every game that Caitlin Clark is in right now, there seems to be some sort of situation surrounding her presence in the game that has nothing to do with basketball.
It certainly does.
So that's got to stop.
It certainly does seem like there is a lot going on with her.
Like if she goes against Angel Reese, like you just know there's going to be a WWE moment.
See, I just watched a video of a player who blocked Angel Reese's shot and went up to her and did the raw. Yeah. No technical. You got to make it consistent.
That should be a technical.
Yeah, I know. You believe that should be a technical.
Yeah, it's taunting. It's terrible sportsmanship.
Don't be a terrible sportsman.
All right, having said that, who you like? Fever -8.5 or the Mercury?
After all of that,
yeah. You got to bet.
I'm going to go with my girl Caitlin.
You're going with Caitlin. The Fever. He says. The Fever won the other night. Fever win again. I'll take the Fever. Brazil 1.5 goals over Scotland. This match just got underway. I don't really know all the ramifications of who wins and what you got to do to advance to the next round. I just know Brazil is a lot better than Scotland.
That's what I was going to say.
And I know that, wherever the match is, they're probably going to run out of beer because the Scottish people drank the entire city of Boston dry the other day. And I'm assuming their fans will do something similar wherever they are tonight.
Do you realize how much the Scottish people have traveled the eastern coast of the United States? They went to Miami and went to a Marlins game, and they were all up in the corner drinking beers together. This Scottish group of people that came over here for the World Cup is having the time of their lives.
They're not the only ones. Look up some footage of the Orange Wave.
I saw that. Yes. And also the Vikings fans doing the rowing everywhere they go is amazing.
Yeah, people are just, those are Norway.
Not the Vikings.
The Norway team. Yeah.
They're going to go play in the Viking Stadium possibly.
Those are the Norway guys.
I like it. I like.
You
him.
taking the alcoholics in Scotland, or are you taking
No.
Brazil?
I'm taking Brazil.
And Mexico plays Czech tonight. Although I believe Mexico's already qualified for the next stage. They're favored by a half goal. You got Mexico or
a half goal? Yeah, I'll take Mexico.
You gonna go Mexico?
Yeah, I'll go Mexico.
I'm gonna say Czech.
Oh man,
they might need the match more. I don't know all the ramifications, but I'll take a shot at it.
Need it more.
Tomorrow night, Dave Marcus will be at the USA Turkey match, and we'll get a report Friday on that.
That is really funny.
He was funny today. We're talking, if you missed it earlier, we're like, and it looks like for sure that the USA is going to play Bosnia Herzegovina in the first stage of the knockout. And we're all like, yeah, okay, blah, blah, blah. And then Tony goes, wait a minute, Dave's got something. So Dave comes in, that's not assured yet. And we're like, oh, all right, well.
It's just 99.9%.
And then Tony goes, well, it says right here. And Dave goes, well, yeah, it is 99% sure that they're going to play them. And so we're like, Dave, thanks for the 1% heads up here.
Yeah.
Guys, it's actually 99%.
99% that the USA will face Bosnia. Say it again.
Herzegovina.
I got to work on that before the match.
That's actually really easy word.
Yeah, it's really shouldn't
for
be
me
that
to say
difficult.
at least.
Yeah, if it was Bosnia prestidigitation, I'd have it down pat.
Yes, you would. Still can't believe that's a word.
Gwynn and Chris continues. Tony will be back here at the bottom of the hour. A rollicking Big Five. I already looked at some of Scraby's questions. Even for him, they're ridiculous. So
wait, what? Wait,
yeah,
huh?
Yeah. Stay tuned for the Big Five. You're not going to want to miss it. I have a feeling.
I need to go look. I think I got some great questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you go ahead and keep thinking that.
I actually, there's one that I'm really excited to ask you guys.
All right. Well, we'll get to all of it coming up here in about 5 minutes. A couple of quick things. Scraby, you haven't commented. I was walking around the office today, saw this hat lying around. I'm repping the Gulls today.
I mean, I saw it, and
you're
was
like, where'd that come from?
No,
right?
I mean,
I've never worn this.
No, you've never worn it, and I noticed that. But you have hats, so I just thought maybe you picked it up along the way.
Yeah, no, I'm repping the Gulls today. My hockey guys out there. It's a strange thing for me that I really have no connection with the Gulls at all anymore. And I don't know the coach. I don't know the team. I don't know the players. I don't know the PR people. I don't know anybody who works there. But I was the play-by-play voice of the team for, 10, 11 years. I got 5 Taylor Cup championship rings.
Wow.
Lying around.
You should wear them in here. All 5 of them every single day.
All 5 of them. Yeah. So, I have a lot of love for the hockey in this town. And, and I know there's a lot of people out there support and love the Gulls. And I kind of have lost touch, I must say, with the Gulls. And it's kind of a little strange.
I mean, they left for a little bit, or they're not the same team as they used to be. It's not the same
team that I did, right? They're now more connected with the Ducks. But the fact of the matter is the Gulls are still here. They're still very popular. People go to games and have a great time. But when I drive by the sports arena, I'm always amazed. Like, God, I spent 10 hours a day in this building for 10 years.
So I feel about the old radio station I worked in.
So anyway, a little love for the Gulls today. Secondly, Scraby, I wanted to ask your opinion on something that happened yesterday.
Okay.
In my golf day.
Oh.
And you're my guy with the golf.
Yes, I like these are some of my favorite conversations.
Well, I think you're very good at knowing and having experienced a lot of this. And I think I'm speaking for a lot of people here who play golf.
Yeah.
But I think I touched on with you off the air yesterday. But we just got behind a really slow group yesterday. It just was. Okay. And I understand that it can happen.
Yes.
You can't get lucky every time, right? You're going to get out there sometimes and you're going to be like, or some days, I think, honestly, the courses maybe even try to jam too many people in.
That's exactly what happens.
So that'll happen sometimes. And the people in front of you are going slow, but the people in front of them are going slow.
It's just a backup of groups.
Right. So you can't always blame it on the people in front of you.
Correct.
But in this case, it was pretty clear. They just were taking way too much time. We were finishing up putting on our hole, and you kind of look over at the next tee box.
Please don't tell me they're still on the tee box.
Right, they're still there. Oh. You're like, what are you doing? How have you not teed off yet?
Was the fairway clear?
I don't know from where I was, but I'm just saying.
I'm assuming it was.
They're kind of lollygagging.
Yes, I know exactly what kind of group you're talking about.
You know what I mean? Like the guy parks the cart over here and then walks 9 miles over there. And
drives
you're like,
me insane.
what are you doing?
Yes.
Drive the over there. So
yeah.
It was one of those days. They get on the green, and this now upsets me, which you never did before, but they're pulling the flag out. You don't pull a flag out anymore.
You really don't, but you can.
You can. But the guy's bending down to look at the putt like he's Lee Trevino.
What are you like Camilo Villegas, the Spider-Man?
Thank you. All right, so this is all happening. And honestly, it wrecked my time. And that's my fault for kind of allowing it to wreck my time. I get that. But I only played 9 holes and I went home. The rest of my guys finished up. They had a little more time to their day. I did not. So I didn't play the back 9. And I didn't miss it because I was tired of waiting on every shot.
Yeah, that's tough.
I really was.
How long did it take you to play 9?
2.5 hours.
Okay, so 5-hour round.
So it would have been a 5-hour round.
That's long.
Unacceptable.
That's long.
Unacceptable.
That's long.
All right, so here's my question, though, because I'm asking this for every person out there who wants to be a decent person. What is the best thing to do? And I know people are going to say, well, you hit the ball into them and you yell and you scream. I mean, okay,
you
yes.
Don't.
You can start a fight if you want to.
Exactly.
But that's probably not what I'm going for here.
Yeah.
So how do you let a group ahead of you know that they need to pick it up without, being outlandish about your request. I don't know. And plus, you don't really talk to them because they're far enough ahead.
Yeah,
so
but then when they're teeing off, you'd be like, man, I would have thought you were all the way up there by now.
Yeah.
No, here's how you do it. And I've done this probably hundreds of times.
Okay.
You catch up to them like on a tee or something, and you go, hey guys, is it cool if I play ahead or play through you? Because I'm trying to get done with the golf round or the round as fast as possible. And if they say yes, you just cut right in front of them. But that's only if they have space in front of them. That is not always the case. So if you don't have space in front of them. So you would
ask somebody to sit there for 15 minutes while my whole foursome plays that hole?
No, we get out of their way and we go to the next hole. So we just skip a hole entirely.
Got it.
So we can speed up.
You don't actually slow them down.
No.
You just skip a hole.
Yes, we just skip the hole. We just say we got a bogey or whatever, a double bogey, and you go on. But I've done this before too, and I would make a joke like, "Is there any way you guys could play a little bit faster? I'm getting tight back there in the fairway. My back's getting tight." And some people see right through it.
I was going to say, and what do you do when the guy waves his club in your face and says, "I'll tighten your back for you"?
Yeah, then you go, "Okay, sir, you could be in front of me." But I think the first way to approach this is to be nice about it, to have some tact about it.
Yeah,
just be like, "Guys, I'm trying to get to work. Is there any way I could play through or something like that?" But for the most part, I let me tell everybody this about golf etiquette. If you're playing cart golf and the driver's ball is on the left side and your ball is on the right side, don't go to each ball. Park in the middle, and then you guys can walk to your balls, and that'll save a lot of time. I see that where both golfers go to one ball, they hit it, and then they go to the other ball, and then they hit it. So if you park in the middle of the fairway, you each could get to your ball on time.
Well, it's one of the things that I don't care for about golf because you're at the whim of four people you don't know, and they could be anybody. And you know what else? They could just not be very good yet. And to be honest, I could be in front of a group looking at me going, "Gee, that guy's not very good.
Yeah.
He's slowing me down."
Yeah.
Because you might shoot 70. Well, I'm slowing you down because I'm not shooting 70. So it's a tough thing. You're kind of you just hope it works out.
Yes, you do hope
and
I'm
gonna say to the golf courses out there, make sure you space things out at least 15 minutes. I know everybody wants to get as many people on the course as you can, but you got to be fair to the people that are giving you $100.
You need 15 minutes.
They got to give those people a fair day to go out and relax and have fun and not be standing around waiting the whole day.
8 minutes is not enough. 8 minutes doesn't even get you done with the first hole. But that's the one thing about golf that is a bummer, is that sometimes your experience is ruined by people in front of you or behind you.
Yeah. Well, as I said earlier, I blame myself a little bit for allowing it to, take away from some of my good time. But the fact of the matter is it did. And so that's on me.
Yeah,
I feel.
That also is something like you got to woo-saw a little bit.
All right. Yeah. Just have a nice discussion with your playing partners. I don't like them that much. I don't have that much to say to those guys.
I was going to say, sometimes you've run out of things to talk about.
I've already gone over. How's the wife? Good. All right. End of the first shot.
And then everybody's just like looking at their phone by hole 16.
Yeah. And my phone is saying from Scraby, "Where the hell are you?" I'm on the 16th hole. This is not good. More Gwynn and Chris ahead. The Big Five. And like I said, wait till you hear Scraby's questions today. Tony,
much more. Tony, I don't know where Tony went.
Because Tony,
I see the corner of his room.
Oh, well, hopefully he'll be back shortly. Harbaugh.
I'm not sure where he went. I might text him to see if he's okay here in a second.
Hope he didn't. Yeah.
Did you think he fell in the shower or something?
I hope he didn't meet with foul play.
You think he met with foul play in our commercial break?
I don't know.
I mean, he is in New York City. So.
He's in New York City. It could be, you never know.
All right, we'll just go forward.
We're just going to go forward without Tony. I'm sure he'll rejoin us when he gets a moment.
Everybody stare at that box in the top right corner because it's just the corner of his room.
I'm going to look now. I'm kind of intrigued.
Oh, someone says maybe he's in the bathroom. I don't know.
He's been known to go there, as have all of us, frankly. But him more than most.
Over under, Tony just forgot that he was doing the show.
That's not nice. So maybe that's what they're thinking.
You know what just hit me, Chris?
No.
What if Tony went out to get like ice or something and he forgot his room key?
That is something
Very
that
well
he
possible.
is more than capable of doing.
Because he would never be gone this late, this long, with knowing that he was on the show.
No kidding, man. We took a commercial break like 5 minutes ago, and he has not returned.
I'm going to text him.
Like, are you out in the hall trying to get into your room right now?
Everything okay?
Oh, no. This
Question mark.
Scaring me. No. Did you hear back from Tony yet?
No, I'm thinking
something.
I'm thinking he locked himself out. He doesn't have his phone because it's in the room, so he's down at the front desk or something. I
don't know. I'm sure there's a story in here somewhere.
There's definitely got to be a
air.
story. Anyway. I was very concerned about Tony, and I took him off the screen because he's not back. I guarantee you he got locked out of his room.
I don't think you're wrong, because that makes sense. But how far away is the lobby? Of course, the New York hotel, it could be one of those ones where you got to wait a while to get up to the...
And he's just sitting in line. I don't know why I find this so funny, but it is.
Well, it's funny if he comes back with a funny story.
Yeah, like
it's
I locked myself
funny.
out.
It's not funny if he fell and hit his head somewhere and we don't know where he is. That's not funny.
Of course, that's not funny.
He's obviously not with his phone because he hasn't gotten back to us.
Has Tony locked himself out before? Not during the show, but I'm sure he has at one point in his life.
Of all people, Tony would certainly seem to be one who would do it.
Oh, August also says, Clinton said, got to use the key card for the elevator too. So maybe he's just stuck.
You can't even get down? No, you don't need the key card to go down.
Okay.
You only need those to go up. You should be able to get down to the lobby to say, hey, I locked myself out in New York City. But if we do, can you go to the Padre Hotel and knock on Tony's door? We don't know where he is still.
No.
Still hasn't come back.
And I turned on
It's been 20 minutes now.
I know. Now I'm starting to get a little worried.
Yeah. Where'd he go? What happened?
I don't know. I would call the front desk of the hotel, but I have no idea where they're staying.
I don't know where they're staying either. And when you sent him a text and said, is everything all right? We have not heard back from him. He is still not back in his room.
I bet you he is standing in line in the lobby as we speak.
I'm trying to get his key back.
Someone said text Jesse or Dave. And
it's really not a bad idea. Maybe at the next break, though.
Yes.
If we get to the next break, we got to text those guys so that they can go make sure he's okay. Because I don't know where he is. It's crazy.
Dave Marcus is probably the one to text.
We'll text Dave.
Because he's, Jesse could be doing anything, but Dave's always there ready to go.
You're trying to say Dave has a ho-hum life and he'd just be sitting around waiting for a text, whereas Jesse might be busy? Is that what you're...
Dave's been doing this job for like 30 years. I don't think the what is the word I'm looking for? Never mind.
All right. Well, there's certainly an explanation, but we don't have it yet.
Text Scan. I don't know Scan well enough to text him.
We're going to text Dave if this gets to the top of the hour, and we still don't have a Tony Gwynn Jr. sighting. All right, do we just go to traffic like it's normal behavior time? I mean, it just seems weird.
We got to move on with the show.
Show must go on?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, we're going to do the good, the bad, and the really, really weird and ugly next here after traffic. All right, it's with less enthusiasm than usual that we embark on the good, the bad, and the ugly for week 2, Scrape.
I'm going to try not to worry too much.
I'm going to try not to worry also. I'm not necessarily the worrying type.
I'm not either.
But, I'm intrigued now at this point. Like it's with this long pass to Devontae Smith.
He's back!
Helped put him there.
Hold on, he's back, everybody!
Stop everything.
I literally, we went to commercial break, I laid on the bed, and then I just fell asleep.
He's back! I never even considered it!
Tony, you care to...
Tony, I don't know where Tony went.
Because Tony
I see the corner of his room.
Oh, well, hopefully he'll be back shortly. Harbaugh.
I'm not sure where he went. I might text him to see if he's okay here in a second.
Hope he didn't. Yeah.
Did you think he?
Not big banking. It's better. Scraby's going to give us a list of today's guests. Okay, he's done.
Yes, it was. I'm trying to think if we played in the audio today. We did not play. Yes, we had no guests today, Chris.
No guests today, but we do have a great big five. And as I said already, some of Scraby's questions are dandies.
Fantastic.
We'll see what they. We'll see about that.
Fantastic. Does that mean you're ready? Okay.
Yeah.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
And Chris and I are broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, where we know how. Tony Gwynn Jr. broadcasting live from Petco Park, which has seen some exciting games as of late. So we're going to start with our guy, Manny Machado. And
number 5.
I know we talked about it a little bit, but I'm going to ask you guys for a declaration right now. Do you think last night was the moment Manny Machado turns his season around, Chris?
No. I mean, no. Do I think I'm going to look back in October and say, remember that hit he had against the Braves? That got it going. I mean, look, he had a game-winning home run on Saturday in Texas. He had a game-winning home run on Monday night. He had a game-winning single on Tuesday night. So all three of those things, the hit last night doesn't stand out any more than the other two. They all three.
So could we say that it turned around in Texas?
I hope so. I don't think we knew when Fernando hit that grand slam, in 2020 that Slam Diego was going to start until it happened. I don't know what's going to happen the rest of the way with Manny Machado. Other than that, as we've been saying all along, he's probably going to end up with about 30 home runs and 90 RBIs. The batting average has got to come up just because that's going to happen. I don't know that there's going to be a single moment. I know we'd like to believe that there is, but I just hope it's kind of on the upward swing and it stays that way.
Tony, do you think that this is the moment that Manny Machado is going to turn it around?
There is there's a little bit of evidence that says this could be a turnaround for him. He swung the bat better from a production standpoint and from the eye test. The swing is looking better. So I'm with Chris, though. I can't guarantee it. It's baseball. I think we should all be, leery of anybody guaranteeing anything in the sport of baseball. But she's shown some good signs here.
Yes, I guarantee it, though. So,
yeah, I mean, that's like saying, well, did that win last night? Is that the turnaround point for the Padres season?
I knew this was going to be an unpopular question. Trust me.
Yeah, well, okay.
I knew it was.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how to quite give it to you. I hope that we look back on this and go, man, that night they beat the Braves. That got it going.
Fateful night.
But I mean, I don't think anybody realized when Andujar hit that home run to beat the Dodgers 1-0 7 weeks ago that 30 games of crappy baseball were going to follow that.
I knew it.
You did.
I just didn't want to let everybody in on it.
Of course, you didn't
want to let everybody in on it.
Number 4.
All right. The New York Times wrote an article titled, quote, Diana Rossini was an NFL insider. Was she also out of bounds? End quote. Now, the article started with a story of her being pulled over for texting and driving. Apparently, she FaceTimed an NFL head coach to impress the officer. And apparently, the coach said to the officer that he should let her go because she is a good person and she's cool. So I don't know why that part was that whole story was a part of this article, but it basically is just tearing her life apart, which, by the way, The Athletic is owned by the New York Times, and The Athletic is still investigating this. So the New York Times is putting out an article about one of their own employees before the investigation is complete. Long story short.
No longer an employee of theirs.
Yes, you're right. So parent paper taking shot at child paper. Tony, do you think Mike Vrabel... I'm going to go a different direction. We've already said it's unfair that she gets all the attention here. Do you think Mike Vrabel is going to see more pushback when the season gets here?
No. I don't even think there's an explanation needed there. I don't think he's... I think he's served whatever bit of punishment that he was going to get. It's already happened.
Chris, do you think he's going to get more pushback as the season comes along?
I don't know. First of all, the whole story was about Diana Rossini and whether we think, what she did was right, wrong, or indifferent, and why are they writing stories still about Diana Rossini?
Yeah, we've already examined that.
So, yeah, we have.
It's crazy, right? She's been out of sight, out of mind. She's been
raked over the coals enough times already. And I think everybody realizes that, she was probably out of pocket. There's one thing to get, good sources and, try to get, be friendly with people so that you, can rely on them for information. But totally another to be having a flat out affair with the person. So, I don't think she's never going to, get past that. I don't totally disagree with Tony because I do. Just seems like as soon as the Patriots play a game, it's going to be
Pats.
like, the first question after the game is going to be, did you want to think about this move or running the ball more? But I don't think he's totally in the clear in the sense that the NFL was stupid to put the Patriots in the very first game of the season against the Seahawks. I know it's a Super Bowl rematch, but I truly don't think the entire media is going to look the other way prior to that game. I do think that the whole Mike Vrabel thing is going to be run back one more time, and I'm sure he's going to be asked about it by somebody again. And so, I don't think...
I hope you're right.
Yeah, I hope so, too, in a sense. I don't like the fact that, when he goes and appears at Patriot events now, he gets standing ovations. It kind of bothers me.
You're my coach.
We love you, Mike. That's kind of one of the things that's wrong with a lot of this stuff. But at the same time, his job, maybe it should be separate from, what other stupid transgressions he's had in his personal life.
Well, that means all players' transgressions, right? You can't bring that in.
Well, I don't know.
I think that it's kind of convoluted, right? I think you got separate issues. Was Diana out of pocket? Did she go across the line? Yeah, right. Had her name been Diana Rossini and she wasn't a journalist, this would be still a salacious story in terms of, but the focus would be on him.
Yeah.
Right? Because he would be the starhead in all of it all. There's two. One is a woman. One is was a prominent journalist, and so it brings other layers to it. I think so. Yes, she was out of pocket. Also, the job itself should be separated from the transgression. However, in that particular job as a head coach, as someone who is a forward-facing person, the owner then has to make the decision whether it's worth it.
And the owner clearly understood what Mike Vrabel was doing.
The owner is, Robert Kraft is no stranger.
Has had his own. He certainly has had some experience in this area.
He's like, oh, that's only one, Mike.
This was nothing.
That's only one.
I was having sex with every worker down at that place. I can't hold him responsible for one affair.
Think about Robert Kraft and then think about Brian Windhorst. We're going to move into Brian Windhorst because he's reporting that Giannis Antetokounmpo wanted to go to the Knicks before they won the title. So it wasn't like he said after they won, hey, I want to go be a part of the Knicks. He wanted this last summer, and the Knicks were his preferred team destination. And I looked this up, and as far as I know, Giannis did not have a no-trade clause. So he has no say over where he goes. However, NBA players seem to dictate where they go. Chris, should the NBA stop letting players dictate where they go?
Stop them?
Yeah.
And how are they going to do that?
What
is your proposal?
Be like, you can't say I want to be a Knick and then become a Knick.
Did anybody just hear what the question Scraby just asked? I just want you to repeat everything you just said.
Should the NBA stop
letting No. All the stuff before that.
Oh, he is not a Knick. He's with the Heat, but he wanted to be with the Knicks.
He wanted to go to the Knicks.
Yes.
He didn't get to what he wanted and go into the Knicks.
But he had
they
to
traded
sign
him
off on
elsewhere.
The Heat too. Like, it's like, are you okay with us trading you here? That's not part of the deal, bro. It's not part of the deal.
What Tony is saying, though, is that he wanted to be a Knick, and the fact of the matter
I get
is
what he's saying.
He's not a Knick.
I get what he's
so he
saying.
absolutely didn't get what he wanted.
And in this case, justice was served.
Oh,
he
I
went
see.
somewhere else, but they still have to ask him. They still have to be like, hey, can we trade you to the Heat? No? Okay, we'll go find another trade.
All right, so
that's not what that means. Here's what he doesn't have to sign an extension in which wherever he goes, right? Because that's the usual catch is that you get to sign an extension. In his case, he already got his bread.
Yeah.
So teams would have to then be like, yeah, we want to take it on. The Knicks and the Bucks could come to any terms with what they wanted. And so the Knicks was like, or the Bucks were like, we're moving on somewhere else. Sorry, Giannis. How about the Heat? The thing is, yes, he signed off on it, but Milwaukee got everything that they possibly could get and want. And so it was good for both parties in that standpoint. Go ahead and ask your question.
I like what Chris said way back in the day. When someone was complaining on the Chargers, they sent him to Green Bay.
Yeah, well, you used to kind of be able to do stuff like that, but I will.
Oh, Giannis, excuse me, sir. Are you okay if we trade you to Miami? Oh, yes, okay, we'll make the trade, sir.
Okay. Do you know what the rules are in baseball about being traded? Do you have any idea how it works in baseball?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of something called the 10 and 5 rule?
Yeah, of course. Eric Hosmer was the whole thing, and then they had to change it because he was in a trade, and he denied the trade so that he went. Luke Voigt had to go, but Eric Hosmer had the choice.
Yes, he could say wherever
Giannis
he wanted.
didn't.
He could say wherever he wanted to go. He could veto any trade.
Yeah, because
and
he
that
earned
was
that.
fine.
Giannis did not have this in his contract.
Giannis hasn't earned the right to walk up to management after giving them a championship and say, hey, you know what? If I'm going to, if you're going to trade me, I would prefer that you take a look at the Knicks. And then they have every right to say, okay, or not okay, which is evidently what happened because they ended up trading him to the Heat.
I know.
So your question is crazy.
It's not crazy. It's a question a lot of people are asking.
I see. You think the inmates are running the asylum?
No,
but in a lot of ways they are. Man, these players have some pull. Man, they're able to do things and win championships. It's not every. Trey Jones, the backup point guard for the Bulls, can't walk in and go, hey, you know what? I am demanding you trade me to New Orleans or something. You're going to laugh him out of the building. But Giannis is Giannis.
I mean, if we go back to the Luke Voigt thing, that guy had no say. And he had to go, and his career went downhill.
And for the most part, most athletes have no say. As a matter of fact, if you want to be fairest of all fair, all right, I think you brought this up because your idea is let's be fair.
I want him to go to the Wizards or something. If the Wizards had the best trade package.
Got it. But if you want the world to be completely fair, then there should be no such thing as a draft. And every single kid coming out of college in football, basketball, baseball, wherever, should be able to go and negotiate and play wherever they desire, just like the guy who finishes at the top of his class in the Duke Law School. He does not have to move to Minnesota.
The draft is actually the most fair thing.
It's totally unfair. These guys are
the draft is anything but fair. What are we talking about?
I know what you're saying is that they are selected and they have to go live in this city.
Yeah.
Yes, it does happen like that. But Giannis was already in the league. He was already with Milwaukee. Like the rookie thing doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't bother me because you're a rookie.
So I get it.
You're a rookie.
So I get it.
If
you have no time, you should have no rights.
Yes,
if
you have to earn this stuff.
But you don't think kind of proving the point. You're kind of proving the point,
I'm going to the next round.
Number 2.
Because the draft is set up so that all teams have a fair shot at good players.
Totally get
that
it.
Has nothing to do with the players.
Totally get that. But
Falcons signed tight end Kyle Pitts. to a 3-year, $54 million.
Kyle Pitts did not want to live in Atlanta.
Well,
he
he
had
signed
no
an
choice.
extension.
Had no choice.
He obviously loves Atlanta. He signed an extension.
He didn't think he was
He
going to love
loves it now. He may not have loved it his first couple of years, though.
He was signed to, I lost my place.
Signed to an
3-year,
extension.
$54 million with
Right.
$36 million in guaranteed money. The Falcons, according to the article, previously waffled a bit on potentially making Pitts available after President of Football Operations Matt Ryan took over, but he liked what he saw, and he gave him a big deal. Pitts settles for slightly below George Kittle's 19.1 AAV per year, and Trey McBride's $19 million. So he's in the top 3 paid tight ends in football. Tony, is Kyle Pitts?
No.
Kyle Pitts a top 3 tight end in football?
No.
Okay.
He's not.
All right.
He's not. He's. I mean, up until last year, people were starting to use the B word.
I don't think anybody even drafted that guy in fantasy last year because he had broken everybody's heart for the previous 5 years.
I'm one of those
5
guys.
years. Yeah, I was one of them. I was
Right.
one of them.
So
He's only 25.
But what we know about the NFL is payday is about timing. And if you come up in free agent, we see it with the quarterbacks all the time. Kirk Cousins and whoever else you want to name. When you come up to free agency and the league deems you as having talent that can help, you're going to get broke off. And so he landed. He came up at the right time. The Falcons certainly still clearly like him a lot. So, there you go. He gets to be the 3rd highest paid tight end in the league.
Well,
even
I
though
tell
he
you-
definitely hasn't had the production of the 3rd best tight
Well,
end.
he should be the first highest paid tight end in the league going into this year because Tua can't throw the ball more than 5 yards down the field. And
So
that's
he's
where
about to get these.
Kyle Pitts is going to be. But
Yeah, his average depth of target is like 5
I mean,
yards.
Come on. But, here's the thing. Tony's right the way these guys get paid. But I'm surprised that there aren't smarter people like GMs and people who run these teams in football. And I'll say the same in baseball. You get a guy in baseball, and we've seen it a million times, Tony, right? Guy that's about a 230 hitter, 10 home runs, 50 RBIs, kind of a part-time guy, then catches fire for 1 year, gets in the right spot, and hits 29, drives in 100, hits 301, and then the next year he's paid like that player instead of the player that he was for the previous 4 years. And then everybody's shocked when he goes back to being the player he was. So I think it's strange that teams haven't, figured out this out. I think you got to be, if I was Atlanta, I'd be buyer beware on Kyle Pitts because now that he got his payday, is he going to still have the same work ethic or is he going to go back to being the crappy Kyle Pitts? I think you'd have to ask yourself that.
I bet you his age played a big role in this because he's only 25 and he's been in the league for what, like 4 years?
But don't you have to ask yourself, if you're Matt Ryan, am I going to get the Kyle Pitts I got last year who was obviously playing for a contract?
Of course. You have to ask that, yeah.
I think the answer is probably no.
Can we get better? Or if we can't, we'll give him some money. Anyway, Kyle Pitts.
I think they're going to regret that one.
I don't necessarily disagree.
Number 1.
All right, the 49ers, the report is they're exploring a possible relocation of their practice facilities. But hold on.
They have been talked out of it. Wow.
It has nothing to do with the electrical substation that's nearby, okay? They said specifically it's about space. They need more space for everything that they want to build at the 49er facility.
Okay, I buy it.
So, okay. Chris, do you think that the conspiracy became a reality and that's why they're moving practice fields or wanting to?
I hope for your sake that they just got tired of guys getting injured because of this phantom curse that surrounded the location of their practice facility.
It might be.
But I do think the reality is, and I'm just going to use one example, because when I was in Denver a month or so ago, we took a ride out to see the new Denver Bronco football practice facility.
Okay.
I don't know what to compare it to in terms of size and scope.
You got a lot of land out there.
Tons of land. They must have 10 football fields. They have offices for days. They have every, nuanced, right, state-of-the-art piece of equipment you'd ever want. And I believe that that's kind of the way NFL teams are doing it all over the country. So the 49ers have to keep up because that's part of recruiting and free agency now, too.
Yeah.
They bring these guys in. They go, hey, look at our stuff. And then the 49ers, everybody's coughing and sneezing because they're
being attacked by the ions in the air.
Right.
Tony, do you think the conspiracy became a reality for them?
I think there's a possibility.
Ooh.
I think, based off of listening to their own players talk. Now,
George Kittle, number one.
I was about to say, now you got Kittle on one side, you got Fred Warner on the other side.
Yes.
Kind of like debunking it.
Yeah.
But you get enough players yo, I'm not, and we see guys hold out from camp for, all kinds of reasons. Like, they can start using that. Like, hey, I don't feel safe. I'm going to work out with my guys. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think on top of really, to be fair, to be honest, not joking, I think Chris's thought is kind of on point. You got the facilities these days that they have, state of the art, right? You get an indoor facility, you can change the temperature on and make sure you're playing in the right.
There's got to be one field that's just a snow field.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They can crank the temperature down so that you're playing in those conditions. So I think this is kind of par for the
I think
course.
it's laughable to imagine that.
Real quick. There's no doubt though when this becomes a little bit more public. Oh, you watched the
Everybody's gonna say
Twitterverse.
it's true.
Go to work. It's gonna be conspiracy. 100%.
I just hope no other 49er player for the rest of time gets injured.
Yeah, me too.
That's probably not going to be the case.
Too.
The thing I was going to point out, though, is if the Chargers had stayed here in San Diego,
their practice
do you guys remember
tiny.
their practice facility, which is down right where we're broadcasting?
So small.
It would have lasted another 6 months before they would have. Before the Spanos would have said, "Okay, San Diego, can you give us some more stuff?"
It was like It was like 30-yard fields.
Right. It was
insane.
like a high school thing compared to what these others.
I think it's the police department now is in that building.
Yes, it's now a police department.
They still have the uprights back there, so if they want to go kick some field goals, they can go out there and do that.
Look, we have the best field goal kicking force in America.
That would be sweet
here in San Diego.
If we could claim that, that'd be awesome. All right, that's it for the Big Five. When we get back, since we have a short show, we're going to do Chris versus the fans. 833-288-0973. You'll be playing for a prize. That's next.
Padres bread.
Here at Petco Park, here's the Reds catcher, Tyler Stevenson.
But can't play around with them here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
Line drive, base hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
Batting none.
Edwin Arroyo now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Strikes him out with 102. So back to the top of the order. Here's the center fielder, Blake Dunn. In the dirt. Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Way high with that one. 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings through it for the K. The Reds now down to their final out.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
They're down to their final strike. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Gets to it with a slide. And what a play! Ball game.
whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
6-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Back here at Petco Park, here's the Reds catcher, Tyler Stevenson.
They can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
Line drive, base hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
Batting ninth, the second
Edwin
baseman,
Arroyo
Edwin
now at the plate.
Arroyo.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Strikes him out with 102. So back to the top of the order. Here's the center fielder, Blake Dunn. In the dirt. Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Way high with that one. 2-2.
Yep, we are. And this is the last part of the hour we're going to get to spend together. And I hope you enjoyed Scraby's questions as much as we did.
Great questions.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Thought-provoking.
That's right.
That's what you're all about.
People are going to be thinking about that question all day.
Thought-provoking, yeah. Giannis wanted to go to the Knicks, but he ended up in the Heat. Why do we let players go where they want?
Yeah.
Love that question.
Crazy, man.
And so did Tony.
It's crazy. Gotta get that under control.
That was funny, actually. Happy hour time. And our happy hour is brought to you by GL Pools, the company trusted by thousands of San Diegans to keep their pools sparkling, swim ready, and expertly maintained. Call GL Pools now and say radio for a free month of service. We're going to get to Chris versus the fans here. Chance for you to win some qualification anyway to a staycation at this town and country.
Yes.
But speaking of trivia, I was telling Lori about your and mine disagreement.
I'm trying to move on.
No, you're going to laugh.
Okay.
That's why I'm bringing this up. I told her about, where I'm saying that I like how we're giving away the Padre tickets now with my, math incorporated sports trivia, and how you find it to be a little too crazy and difficult. And she said, I wonder what Chat GPT thinks about it.
All right.
So she got her phone out and she went to her chat.
Okay.
And so I gave her the question from yesterday, and she plugged it in, and to see if Chat GPT could get it right.
I'm sure it did.
It did not.
It did not,
because Chat GPT was 5 goals behind Messi's World Cup goal total.
That is a problem with AI.
Right?
Lookup services.
They still had him at 13. But now he's got 18.
That
and
is a
so
problem.
if you had 13, it messes up your whole calculation.
Totally.
So ChatGPT did not get it right.
Wow. That surprises me.
Unlike our caller yesterday, I think his name was Preston, who did get it right.
He did.
All right.
And he was very excited about it, and I appreciate
He
that.
did a hell of a job.
I thought about that all the way home, and I thought, you know what? Chris enjoys doing it. Why am I being a jerk?
Well, I'm not trying to ever leave anybody out, but I also don't think that there's any way not to leave somebody out. Unless I ask what question the color of the sky is, there's going to be people out there who don't know the answer. That's part of the deal with trivia, I hate to say.
It is.
All right, let's go to trivia now, after all that.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
I got to say about the World Cup and international soccer in general, I do love that the bench players have to wear a bib to show that they're a bench player. Like, what are the guys?
Because if they weren't wearing the bib,
no one would know.
Right. It could be some imposter over there.
It could be, but they have to wear this like brown bib.
They all have one too.
It's so funny to
you
me.
Can't sit on look, that would be hilarious. And then tonight, here's the Padres starting lineup, and there you see in the bench wearing the bib.
Wearing the
tonight
the yellow
is,
bib. Sun Moon Song.
Sun Moon Songs. Hey, Sun Moon. What? Put your bib on.
Yeah, we don't know you're out of the game.
Can't start the game until you get your bib on.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of
That is
funny.
a good one.
All right. If you win, you'll be qualified for a chance at the grand prize, which is a 2-night stay at Town and Country Resort, $250 food and beverage credit. You could work on your resting vacation face this summer at Town and Country Resort. 3 pools, a 4-story water slide named Twister. Make Town and Country a family favorite. Rates start at $199 per night, $199 per night. Exclusively for fan listeners, visit towncountry.com/thefan to book now. The rules, you have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you are eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question, or you win that qualification. All right, let's
What
get
if you're a
into-
first time?
Oh, good point. If you're a first time, let us know before you get into it, and you'll get that first question for free today. Let's go to Rob. Hello, Rob.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
How are you doing today, sir?
I am doing fantastic. I'm 2 blocks from home. It's perfect.
Oh, okay, perfect. All right, well, let's get into it
And then
so
put
we
Rob-
can get you home.
Put Rob on hold. I like when guys have to sit in the driveway and wait.
Yeah.
All
My
right.
dogs love it too, Chris.
Yeah.
Let's ask this one. Who scored, not hit, but who scored the winning run for the Padres last night?
Tatis Jr.
Tatis Jr.
I like Rob.
I do
sorry
too.
about that.
Rob, you don't have to sit in the driveway. You can go right into the house because your time is up. It was Jackson Merrill.
It was Jackson
Came
Merrill.
running around. Sorry
Thank you,
about
Rob.
that,
Say hi
but
to your
thanks.
dogs for
Yeah,
us.
thanks for playing, and play again, man.
Yeah,
you never
yeah,
know, man.
yeah.
We've seen it happen many times. People
Yes.
don't do well their first try, and then they come back, they win.
That is true.
You know, don't be dissuaded. Anybody out there.
I'm going to go with another number I don't recognize. Augustine? Hello?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Oh,
Hey,
pretty
Augustine,
good.
how are you?
You ready to play?
Well, let's go.
All
He
right.
says, let's go.
Here we go. Question number 1.
I wonder if Augustine is a saint.
Always.
Always. Very good.
Let's ask this one. Where is the FIFA World Cup final going to be played?
Oh, man. SoFi.
SoFi. It's Stay there. I don't know.
I don't know for sure. I must say New York, New Jersey Stadium, which they can't call MetLife.
And it's another. Sorry about that.
Sorry, Augustine. But
It's
I'm glad
another
you played,
one of
man.
those East Coast biases. Just
You think?
to give the East Coast the championship game. It would have been much better in LA. We all know this.
I don't.
I'm
Really
just.
think they can have
I'm
it.
just arguing. Just to
Yeah,
argue.
this is not a.
Yeah, it's not a good argue.
Yeah, they can have it.
All right, let's go to Ryan. Hello, Ryan.
And by the way, in the '94 World Cup, what was here?
Yeah, it was
the final was at the Rose Bowl.
Yes, it
so
was.
it was out here that time.
All right, I take it back.
I wonder if the guy in New York doing the show that day was like, "Why do they always have it on the West Coast?" It probably was a Scraby of the 1994 version.
That's kind of
who
funny.
was upset.
Ryan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. First
Hey,
time
Ryan.
caller.
First time caller. All right, we go to question.
up?
All right.
We go to question number 2. What country won the 2022 World Cup, Men's World Cup, the last World
That's
Cup?
a fair question. I think.
Argentina.
Oh, he's on it.
Argentina.
Oh, Ryan nailed that.
I looked
one.
up this game. I forgot how great it was. It was penalty kicks. It was good.
I don't think games should ever be penalty kicks. It leaves a bad taste every time, but I also don't have a better suggestion.
You would just let them run around until they fall
until
over.
They would just keel over. But yeah, I hate when the World Cup comes down to penalty kicks. I know they're exciting, but it's not, to me, they're not playing soccer anymore. They're doing something different.
I don't disagree.
So
penalty kicks are very random.
I think they are, but to me, like the U.S. gets in a couple of penalty kicks and wins them, maybe they could, go further,
That's
right?
true. Let's hope for some PKs then.
Well, you got to win them. You don't like them when you don't win them. All right, good job, Ryan. You're on to the finals.
Yes. Here's question number 3.
Epic. Who did Argentina beat? Do you know? France. Okay.
Mbappe.
Did not know.
All right, here's one. What team did tonight's starting pitcher J.P. Sears make his major league debut with?
The Seattle Mariners.
The Seattle Mariners. Stay there. Chris, what team did J.P.
I
Sears
thought
make his
Ryan
major league debut with?
had scoped it out. Well, it's a 3-point question. Which makes me believe it's not the A's because that's the obvious answer. But I don't have another guess, so I will say the A's.
Brandon says Los Oaklamento. It is
a win for Ryan.
Yankees. He made his debut with the Yankees. Yes, I have it pulled up. Give me a second. Ryan,
you've won.
Stay there, buddy.
Any chance we can send him back? No, I'm joking.
To the Yankees?
I have the solution, by the way, to our major problem earlier.
Yeah, April 13th, 2022 for the Yankees.
All right, very good. That's a win for you, Ryan. First-time player and a winner.
He
Well
got
done.
traded in that season to the A's.
So he didn't stay long with the Yankees.
No,
they realized right away they didn't have much, and they shipped him off to the A's, and now he's our issue.
Who did they trade him for?
I don't know.
Nick Rumbelow.
Yeah. Let's be honest. J.P. Sears is more than capable. So hopefully tonight's the night. And I'm going to say the Braves are not the same against a left-handed pitcher because a lot of their good hitters are left-handed. So maybe that's a little advantage for J.P. Sears tonight. I sure hope so. But Ryan's a winner. He's on the board with the win. And that's good. And we're going to take a little time out here. We got one last segment.
Yes, we do.
Is that all that we have left?
I guess
we got to
so.
go to Sammy Levitt.
Do we have to?
No, we don't have to. We could just keep it ourselves for extra time.
If we ever took, Sam steals our time all the time.
By the way, what would
we
happen?
ever take his time?
Yeah, right.
Oof.
What would happen to Sammy who's down? Where is he in the Western Middle?
The loft, yeah.
The loft, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So if Sammy's in the loft, what if we just, you and I go to 5:10? Like, what's he going to do? Would he have the engineering ability to break in and take over the show?
No.
So you and I could just
Hamby would have to fight me for the board first.
Right. So as long as we lock that door,
yes. If we prop a door in front of it,
chair
or
in
chair
front of that door, you and I could filibuster all night.
We should test this one day.
No, let's not.
Okay. I want to see Hamby run in here, like try to pull me off the board.
Yeah, I would. Hamby's might have a size advantage on you, sir.
You know what? I don't know who would win in a fight between.
But you both have
me
a
and
low
Hamby.
center of gravity, so it'd be a close one.
Okay.
All right, we'll take that much needed break here, and then back with my solution to what the hell are we going to do about Griffin Canning? It's coming up.
Clear your.
Wrapping up here in about 15 minutes, and then Sammy Levitt will be happy because he'll be on talking about the ball game coming up tonight. Padres go for the sweep against the Atlanta Braves. 1-0, 7-6. Really good game last night. Just, we talked about all of the ins and outs about it. Braves get 4, Padres get 5. Braves get the lead. Fernando ties it. And then, Mason Miller. I mean, to honestly, can we go back to Josh Hader for a minute? I know nobody wants to. But what would have happened, let's say, if, Craig Stammen went to Josh Hader last night and said, could we get another inning out of you? Because this is important. Josh Hader, what do you say? No, I got to watch my arm. I can't be worried about it.
Apparently he would.
Right? I mean, those kinds of things are so annoying and such a turnoff to us fans, isn't it? Like, you can understand the guy looking out for his own career. I get it.
Yes.
But it's just such a bad look. Instead of just doing whatever the team needs, the old, good school try, the old, what they say, school spirit. But Mason Miller goes right back out there, second inning. I mean, I hate to say it, but old Rowdy Tellez stood no chance in that at bat. Like, he was striking him out for sure.
Yeah, I was like, when Rowdy Tellez came up, like, where did he come from?
Well, they didn't have anybody. Remember the guy we talked to from Atlanta yesterday said they're hamstrung because one of their bench guys is Ha-Seong Kim, who they can't use because Ha-Seong Kim can't hit.
Yeah.
So they don't have a lot of choices off the bench, Atlanta. So, I mean, Mason Miller made mincemeat of old Rowdy there and keep them scoreless in one of these games now. You get that runner at second base, right? It's pretty much game over.
Yeah.
And Manny took right care of business. So, good win, fun game, and we'll see what we get tonight. The one negative of the game last night, and it's a negative, was Griffin Canning. And this isn't to pile on a guy who is struggling. We know he's struggling. He knows he's struggling. You know he's struggling. But that doesn't change the fact that something is going to have to be done, I think. Like, you can't just put him out there every 5 days. You could put him out there every 5 days if you felt like, you know what, he may not win me a ball game, but he'll get me 6 innings, hopefully keep me in the game. But he can't even do that. Like, his one win he got last week in the Cardinal game was because the opener covered the first inning, and he just went 4 1/3 before he walked too many guys and threw too many pitches, but he qualified for the win. Last night he didn't get you 1 inning. And it's the second time this year that he hasn't got out of the very first inning he pitched. And as Scraby and I discussed before, it messes up your team, not just for that night, but for the next night and probably the day or two after.
Yeah.
And I think we'll see the effects of it tonight unless J.P. Sears goes 7 shutties, because the only 2 rested relievers now for tonight's game are Marinaccio, and I always want to call him Mariucci, the old 49er coach. Marinaccio and Jason Adam. And to that end, we heard from somebody tweeted out that
Jeff Sanders
that Alex Jacob is here. We have not seen a roster move that we know of.
I haven't.
I believe you'd have to send somebody down in order to activate Alex Jacob, but you may need him tonight to get through this game tonight, and that is because of Griffin Canning. And that's where the problem lies. So could you pitch him, 5 more times before the All-Star break? I guess you could, but you're running the risk not only just losing that game, but not even being able to survive the game. So what to do? I mean, we've already got J.P. Sears filling in for Giolito. So, we're kind of at the point of no return.
We are. Pretty soon, we're going to start seeing German Marquez back up here.
There's my guess right there.
You think they're okay? So
what are we waiting for? I've
seen him.
I looked up German Marquez. What's he been up to?
Okay.
Well, he's on the injured list, but he's no longer injured. Okay? He's made 4 starts at El Paso. Not 1, not, 4. So he's been there for 2 weeks making starts. He's pitched 17 innings. Okay, so that's about 4 innings per start. I get it. He's got a nice little ERA, 2.12. He's obviously getting kind of back in the swing of things. And his last time out, he threw 71 pitches. Okay, so sounds to me like he's pretty close. And isn't he a better option right now than Griffin Canning?
Honestly, I don't know.
You don't?
We the last time I saw German Marquez, I believe he gave up 7 runs in the first 2 innings.
Okay.
I get what you're saying. I guess I can kind of look at them like as similar guys.
Nobody's going to claim that German Marquez is going to come back here and start and go, 7 shutout innings, the whole thing.
But
he's a better shot to me to go 5 innings and keep you in the game than Griffin Canning is right now.
You're right. You're right about that. I definitely think I would feel more comfortable with a new guy out there. Well, not new guy in the last month than putting Griffin Canning out there.
Just think about how messed up the Padres starting rotation has become from where it was way back when. 6 months ago. We had Yu Darvish.
We had an
Nick
embarrassment
Pivetta,
of riches.
We had Joe Musgrove, and we had Michael King. We had the 4
horsemen,
Musketeers,
yes.
right? We had all 4 guys. We now have one of those. And then the guys beyond that, where, Vasquez are bringing along and this, that. We filled in with Buehler. We filled in with Marquez. We had to put those guys in there. Well, now they're the best guys we have.
That's
until
true.
finally King, got it turned around again the other night. But this starting rotation it's a mess. You've got openers have to pitch. You got, Giolito's gone now. I mean, the guys that you replaced the guys with are now hurt.
Yeah.
So this starting rotation, and you know what? Don't feel sorry for the Padres. I checked the Cubs out. All 5 of their preseason starters are on the IL right now. Because last night Cabrera got hurt.
Yes, he did.
He became the 5th to go on the IL.
And it looks like he's going to be out for a little bit.
Looks like it. So, the Cubs don't have any starting pitchers left. The Padres have 1, maybe 2 that they were thinking of using. It's a part of the deal. The Dodgers have lost all their guys, although we always think they're cheating and are doing it on purpose.
Well, they have Blake Snell sitting on the IL.
Just
they have
waiting.
Tyler Glasnow sitting on the IL.
They're just waiting for their turn. I know.
They have Cy Young sitting on the IL.
And Tom Seaver has been resurrected as well.
Nolan Ryan somewhere there. The last start that German Marquez
for
made
the Padres,
was May 1st against the White Sox. He went
5
5 innings. He gave up 7 runs. But here's what I'll say about him. In April, he started 4 games, and he had 2 scoreless outings in April. So that the major league stuff is still there.
To me, for the most part, German's going to give you 5 innings. You hope for the low end, 2 or 3 runs. But as you said, he gave up 5 or 6. You probably might lose that game. But if you lose that game, at least he gave you the 5 innings.
Yeah.
Right? So your bullpen didn't get wrecked.
The only time
is better than what Griffin Canning is right now doing, which is wrecking your bullpen.
The only time he went less than 5 innings is the first start of the year. He went 3, but I would have to assume that's some sort of
and he's just kind of easing his way in a little bit. So.
He went 5, and then he went 5, 5.5 2/3, 6, and then 5.
I think Marquez has got to get the call.
You sold me.
He's at El Paso. He's pitched 4 games. He's up to 70 pitches.
How many walks has he allowed?
Well, let me see. Did I lose the page?
Because
sometimes you got to 12 walks in 29 innings. So it's not great. Hey, I didn't say no. Wait, I take it back. 7 walks in 17 innings. I was looking at the wrong thing.
I mean,
it's not fantastic, but I didn't promise you. Steve Carlton.
Yes.
I'm promising you a guy that hopefully can go 4 or 5 innings, unlike the guy you have in there now.
Yeah, when Craig Stammen came out and got him last night, I was thinking, how is he going to piece together this bullpen after it? And how is he going to do this?
He did a fantastic job, but now how's he going to do it again?
And
without
he's got less
those guys
to work with tonight.
He's got less to work with, and he's got a less reliable starting pitcher tonight.
Yes, he does. JP Sears. Let's just hope JP Sears comes out for 7 innings.
Smoking.
Smoking.
It was a character who did
Jim Carrey. He
Carrey.
goes, "I'm
Oh my god!
smoking."
You know, Jim Carrey, along with being incredibly funny, is a wonderfully funny impressionist. Have you ever seen some of his stuff?
I can't. I don't know that I have.
Oh, Nicholson, those kind of.
Oh, he
guys.
does like other actors.
Really good, but
That's
like
great.
right on the money.
Okay.
And very funny.
I would love to watch that. Because you know who does a great Shaq? Jamie Foxx. He does a great. Oh no, I'm sorry. He does a great Charles Barkley.
He does a Barkley, right?
He does such a good Charles.
I want to also draw anybody's attention. If you like celebrity impressions, find Bill Hader. Okay, remember the guy from Saturday Night Live?
Of course.
Bill Hader. Find him doing Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I have seen this and it's funny.
It's on point.
Yes, it is.
It's going to give you a good laugh. All right, let's see what we get tonight. Sammy will get you set up. We'll be back tomorrow, one way or the other, to recap it. And also tomorrow kicks off with our roundtable at 10 a.m., so don't forget that.
9 a.m.
I understand, or 9 a.m., thank you. I'm going by last year. Yes, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Special guest, I hear, Jesse Agler.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
That's
Padre baseball.
Big deal.
Yeah, Padre baseball. Stick around.
Before the